A very good morning to you. Welcome to our Bird Notes. This is Dwight Davis. The accipiters are about, easily seen on these windy autumn days. Accipiters are the bird hawks, that is, hawks that capture and eat mostly smaller birds. Seeing one recently got me to thinking about sexual dimorphism, which topic brings up several unanswered questions. The hawk landed on a tower. It was clearly either a Cooper's hawk or a sharp-shinned hawk. Its tail looked to be squared off, which indicates a sharp-shinned hawk. But it seemed to be quite large, which would have meant a Cooper's hawk. I went back and forth like this, and then gave up, despairing of getting a good look and a positive identification. The problem here is that in these hawks the females are noticeably larger than the males, and thus a female sharp-shinned hawk could be about the same size as a male Cooper's hawk. This sexual dimorphism can confuse bird watchers, but then why does it exist? Why the variation in size and plumage? In most birds, the male is the more colorful and often a bit larger than the female. But then, on the other hand, it's almost impossible to distinguish the sexes in some species. Fortunately, the birds themselves can work this out. But why the exceptional differences? Why, for example, do the phalaropes almost completely reverse sexual roles? Why are the eclectus parrot sexes so different in plumage that they look to be different species? Or consider the birds of paradise, with the drab females and the fantastically feathered males. Darwin puzzled over this sort of thing in addressing sexual selection in evolution. And to return to the hawks, what is the reason for the females being larger than the males? Someone has proposed that the difference would allow the sexes to catch different sizes of prey, thus ensuring a wider food supply. But then why did the females, rather than the males, evolve to be larger? It's questions like these that will keep graduate students busy for many years to come. And it's questions like these that perhaps inspired Ogden Nash to pen these lines. But a bird in the open never looks like its picture in the birdie books. Or if it once did, it has changed its plumage and plunges you back into ignorant gloomage. That's why I sit here, growing old by inches, watching the clock instead of finches. But I sometimes visualize in my gin the Audubon I oughta been.